Today's story is about my childhood. Yeah, my childhood stroke my teenagehood. Yes. And it was quite rough, I tell you. And the reason why I'm sharing this is because behind every glory, there is a story. So today, and through this series that will be running on this story, I'm going to be letting you into my world, into the backstory behind the glory, right? Because for every person that has been through stuff, they come out of stuff. Okay? Now, was that supposed to be a quote or something? Anyway, you figure that out. All right, guys. So I'm dedicating this particular video to my parents. Now, I wasn't born with a silver spoon, but I inherited golden brains. Yes, I hope that sounds like a quote, right? So I'm dedicating this video to my parents because there's something they deposited into me, right? And that's what I'm here to share with my world. Now, it's only because my parents met and I was formed, that's why I can be here. So first things first, I'll give honor to whom honor is due. First to God. Then I also want to appreciate my parents because without them, there's no me, right? You get it. Now, so my parents are academics or were academics because my dad is of blessed memory. He died 12 years ago and he was a genius. Like I'm talking about this guy was fantastic in his academics. He had scholarship all through school. Yes, through his primary, secondary. In fact, he never came second. And he also was sponsored to go abroad to study his doctorate after his first degree. Now, he didn't do masters. He did his doctorate after his first degree. That means he was catapulted into multiple scholarships to do his doctorate, right? He did that abroad. And my mom also is also a teacher. Now, this shows you, right, that it's important that you leave the legacy of education for your children. Now, you may not have all the money in the world, and we didn't have all the money in the world, and I'm telling you, I'm going to be sharing with you some hard times we went through, yeah, but the things which were the legacy of education, my parents laid that foundation for me, and that helped me to become who I am today. Not only did they lay that foundation of education, they also laid the foundation of my vocation because my education had a twist to it, right? So even though like everybody else went to school, did all of that, but I had an innate passion for fashion design. Yes. Now, while I was like 7 years old, I would go to a t-shirt dump. I've talked about this story before. And I'll go pick up pieces of fabric, t-shirt fabric, and make baby doll clothes for my dolls. Now, if you have made baby doll clothes before, or if you played with dolls, please let me know in the comments. I'd like to know, right? So I would play with my dolls. I would make baby doll clothes for them with these pieces of fabric from a t-shirt dump, like where they throw pieces of fabric away. And then I'll make lovely clothes for them. Just put them together, sew them with my hands. And that was how my passion for fashion was born. And my father, who was a deep academic, yes, a lecturer per excellence, knew that he had to support his daughter, right? So we had to have an agreement. What was that agreement? He didn't want me to go study fashion design in school, but we had to come to an agreement, right? That I go and study a normal course in school. Then afterwards, I can come and work on my passion. So what was this normal course? I went to study psychology, which is the study of human beings. Why did I choose that? That was the easiest course I could enroll for. And I just didn't want to stress myself. I wanted to get into university and do all the easy stuff. Wrong. Was it easy? No. No way. I hated maths, ran away from maths, but I got into psychology and found that I had to deal with maths. So I had to tell myself, you gotta be good at this thing. Now, that is what I had to face. I had to go to school, study psychology, do all the mathematics, right? All of the statistics, and I came out second best. Now, that is one story of my academics. But the foundation of my passion for fashion design was encouraged by my parents. Yes, my father actually, designated a room for me where I was doing all my wumbling and fumbling and self-teaching on how to sew. And I tell you, if my parents didn't give me that opportunity, I wouldn't be what I am today. So I thank God that my parents were able to spot that passion, that talent in me. And fun fact, my grandma was a fashion designer, a big one. So probably this fashion design anointing skipped my mother and came to me because somewhere along the line, my mom also delved into business. She went into hairdressing and all the beauty stuff, but she actually started out as a teacher. And she also laid a legacy of academics and study and education for us all as children. Now, what am I here to share with you? Please don't forget that education is very key. Now, this is the first part of my story. I just want to just give this tribute to my parents because without my parents, I would not be here. So, in the second part of the story, I'm going to let you in into something that almost wrecked me. I'm telling you, something that denied me of my rights. And I tell you that thing I'm going to share with you in the next episode. So please don't miss it. So this is episode 1 of my childhood. My not so easy childhood, my rough childhood, yes, my hard life childhood. But there's so much to learn. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next episode. Take care.